Thank you so much for inviting us on this August. Honorable Member of the Australian Parliament, Member of the Civil Society Organization, journalists and respected participants, I would like to give you insight about the socio-economic development in Kashmir, a people perspective. The socio-economic development means the improvement of people's lifestyle through improved education, income, skills development and employment. It is the process of economic and social transformation based on cultural and environmental factors. Socio-economic development is the process of social and economic development in a society. The socio-economic development plays a significant role in order to fulfill the need of the society. It is measured with the indicators such as my colleague has also explained, such as grassroots domestic product, life expectancy, literacy, and level of development, employment. For a better understanding of the socio-economic development, we may understand the meaning of social and economic development separately. Social development is a process that results in the transformation of social institutions in a manner that improves the capacity of the society to fulfill its aspirations. Social development is a process that involves all levels of institutions from national government to diverse civil society organizations to build an equitable and just society through the apportion of economic opportunities and social services while addressing power imbalances. It implies a qualitative change in the way society shapes itself and carries out its activities, such as through more progressive attitude and behavior by the population, the adoption of more effective progress attitude and behavior by the population. The adoption of more effective processes or may advance technology. Economic development is the development of the economic wealth of countries or region for the well-being of their inhabitants. Economic growth is often assumed to indicate the level of economic development. The term economic growth refers to increased growth of specific measures such as real income, gross domestic product, per capita income. Socio-economic development is a process improvement in a society of ways it has influenced all aspects of human life in a country. That is why a new concept of human development is being used. It is focused on overall quality of life that people enjoy in a country, the opportunities they have and the freedom they enjoy. From the perspective of human development, people possibilities to choose extend in three important areas: the duration of life, the level of education, access to economic resources needed for a decent living. In overview, human development represents a concept linked in a manner that is consistent and complementary to human rights. That is the general concept of human development. If human development affects extending possibilities and freedom enjoyed by the member of the community, human rights in the initiative to improve the social structures that facilitate or provide these possibilities and freedoms. Also, we think all these are necessary for the constant improvement of the quality of life to ensure a high level of welfare. For the human development is the development of the people, for the people and by the people. The people are real wealth of the nation. Economic growth is focused exclusively on extending a single possibility to obtain revenue, but human development requires a consolidation of opportunities, economic, social, culture, political, so that income is mean human development but not only one. Therefore, economic growth is necessary condition but not enough for human development. According to Human Development Report, for human development matters in the first place the economic growth. Thus, the human development process is one of the success that people highlight their creativity and really enjoy their proactive involvement in activities which they appreciate and which gives a social status and personal desires. Respected parliamentarians, now I would like to give you insight about the socio-economic situation in Azad Kashmir and Gilgit-Baltistan, which is currently occupied by Pakistan. The socio-economic development of Azad Kashmir and Gilgit-Baltistan are conspicuous due to absence in AJK and GB. GB means Gilgit-Baltistan. The socio-economic process in AJK and Gilgit-Baltistan are against the backdrop of broader structural forces. The socio-economic development of these areas are continuously and consistently neglected since 1947. The purpose of my speech is not to just academic, but to initiate a broader dialogue on a way forward so that AJK and GB can get the path of inclusive and sustainable social economic development. Access to decent employment opportunities is one of the core indicators of gauging the health of economy, so it is imperative to start with employment indicators. The overall Azad Kashmir and Gilgit-Baltistan and whole Jammu and Kashmir unemployment reached at 32.75%, which is almost high in the region. It is important to point out that female labor force participation rate of Pakistan is one of the lowest in South Asia, but the situation in AJK, mean Azad Kashmir, is extremely gloomy as female labor force participation rate is only now 7.9% as compared to Pakistan average of 23%. Huge gender disparity in terms of labor force participation rate reflect underlying gender hierarchies and gender-based discrimination. In AJK, similarly, unemployment rate has consistently high in AJK. According to official estimate, unemployment rate standard at 11%, which is the twice of Pakistan national average. Official employment rate does not tell us the full gravity of the situation in AJK. In particular, the issue of unemployment, moreover, despite the low female labor force participation rate, female unemployment rate is 23%. Similarly, youth from 15 to 29 years old, unemployment rate is 27%. Our youth has been socially and economically marginalized since 1947 and forced to migrate across the world for employment. The young people believe that the region has the potential to change the economic future of the whole Jammu and Kashmir. However, they feel economically deprived and politically alienated. They relate their economic problem linked to the larger conflict of Jammu and Kashmir. They believe that the status of this disputed territory of Jammu and Kashmir and their respective governments failed from designing policies on their economic needs and potentials. Consequently, this has resulted in deep-rooted poverty with scarce and limited economic opportunities. One of the biggest potential of AJK is tourism sector, which can generate new jobs and economic activity in the region. But the tourism sector on average has received only 0.27% of the total budget in the past 20 years. And this explains why tourism in AJK is underdeveloped. There is a crisis of unemployment in AJK, while middle and old men have been moving overseas to find employment, whereas men, women and young people of AJK are stuck at home without decent employment opportunities. This situation of young unemployment people are likely to grow at a higher rate in coming years. To state that obviously it can have a devastating impact on socio-economic fabric of the society as overseas employment, especially in Gulf countries. So what are the reasons? The so-called Azad Kashmir and Gilgit-Baltistan are the historical part of former princely state of Jammu and Kashmir, which came into being on 68 March 1846 under the Treaty of Amritsar. Pakistan has violated the standstill agreement and attacked on our sovereignty and invaded the state of Jammu and Kashmir on 22nd October 1947. The most important factor in socio-economic development is decision making. But in case of Jammu and Kashmir, which is currently under the illegal occupation of Pakistan since 1947, the whole system is being controlled by the federal government at Islamabad, where people have no rights and even do not have control on their own resources. The electoral laws undermine the basic political rights of Kashmiris by barring them seeking office if they oppose Kashmiris' accession to Pakistan. The assemblies and rulers of both the region are powerless. The power is at the hand of land officers imposed from Pakistan. No one from state subject has contested election or to get job or registered a political party without without signing the affidavit of Kashmir accession to Pakistan. The electoral colonial, repressive colonial laws are undemocratic and unjustified. Pakistani political parties and ban outfit can register their organization in POJK, but nationalists are not allowed to take part in election or register their political organization. The local body elections are going to be held on 27th November 2022. This month, after 31 years, they have introduced new discriminatory clause that I will bear true faith and allegiance to Pakistan and uphold the sovereignty and integrity of Azad Kashmir and Pakistan, and I will strive to preserve the Islamic ideology with the basis of creation of Pakistan. On the basis of this clause, the nomination paper of Zulfikar Haider Raja from Bagh POK for local bodies election were rejected. Nationalists have been kept out of local bodies election in AJK under a conspiracy by imposing these discriminatory clauses on the basis of their political beliefs. Pakistan Army has forcefully captured Gojra Fort, Saiyan Top, followed by Siri Court and now Pir Chanasi. Pakistan has violated Article 13 of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. Pakistan should respect the truce agreement under UN Security Resolution of 13 August 1948, in which she agreed to withdraw its troops from the state. The presence of military officials in Tourism Development Authority violates the United Nations mission, the Plant Tourism Authority Statute and the 15th Amendment in AJK Act in 1974, Jammu and Kashmir governed by Pakistan are unacceptable. We have repeatedly pleaded the international world to recognize and address the rapidly deteriorating human rights situation in Pakistan occupied Jammu and Kashmir. Therefore, the Australian member of the parliament should send a finding mission to Gilgit-Baltistan and Azad Kashmir and request that Pakistan respect human rights and guarantees basic freedoms, including freedom of speech, freedom of assembly, freedom of movement, including the right to life and socio-economic development. Therefore, what I recommend, withdrawal of security forces and land officers according to the UN resolution is required to transform the socio-economic landscape of AJK, Azad Jammu and Kashmir and Gilgit-Baltistan. And I thank you so much for your patience. Thank you so much.